Okay, so we're in Aeries. We have a grade book made for my second period general physics course. If you wanted to link it to another grade book, you've already linked it. And now we're going to look at adding assignments. So this works just like normal. So I'm going to pick assignments. It's going to say I don't have any, so I'm going to come up here to add assignment. And again, the only change is, rather than think of this as an assignment, I'm going to kind of label it with a standard. So I'm going to think about the energy standard. My first standard is kinetic energy, and I'm going to label it kinetic energy 1. I'm going to make it a 5-point standard, and I'm going to put it in the proper unit, and that's going to be 1 energy as the unit for that one. The type, I leave everything as summative, but I don't tend to use this. I don't use the summative and formative tags in Aeries. And so I'm going to go ahead and save and add new. And it's going to tell me I have to put in dates that make sense for my grade book. I'm going to go save and add new, and I might have a second assessment on kinetic energy, so I might label that kinetic energy 2. And again, it might be another 5-point standard. And again, these could be any type of assessment you choose to make. I'll put the same due dates. And I'll go ahead and add one more. I'll add my third assignment, which is going to be on potential energy, and I'll call that the first time I've done it. And again, I'll just make it out of 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the right category. And I think we have 3 assignments now in. It's saying my dates don't match because I have to adjust those. Okay, so if I save and close in the grade book now, if I look at scores by class, we should see 3 assignments. Slowly. And I only have 1 student enrolled because, again, our students are coming in next week, not this week. So you see I have in the unit energy, which doesn't clearly show what unit they're in, but there's 3 assignments. I've assessed kinetic energy twice, potential energy once, and again, you can pick any scoring. If you wanted, once you have scores in for kinetic energy 1, what we tend to do if we feel kinetic energy 2 was a later assessment that's more reflective of the student, we could go ahead and switch this category over to the not part of grade. Oh, and I didn't make not part of grade, so I should do that. But typically under here, I would have another category called not part of grade that doesn't contribute to their grade, and that's the way I keep track of which assessments are actually contributing to there. So that's really it. So there's nothing new. They're really making assignments is the same, and the only benefit then is the student sees this when they look at their grade. Their grade book's going to look pretty much like it always does, putting in points like they always do, but at the bottom you're going to see, for each unit, you're going to see a score per unit, and each assignment then is typically tagged to a standard, and the student can track how they're doing on that standard. So that's really it. There's lots of flexibility, there's lots of options, but that's one way to do it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I think we might do a webinar later. Good luck, and hopefully semester 2 goes good.